Alright, what's good everyone? So we're going to wrap up this phase 2 of Hero Factory Brain Attack. We're going to look at all the villains, all the bad guys, all the Brain Attack creatures that were featured in the theme. And I'm just going to give my final thoughts, what I think of the theme overall, and what I think of these bad guys. And just to see if they're just my final initial thoughts. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. And you can see Brain Attack, like Breakout, was released in 2 waves from the whole year. It was released in 2 waves. So there was wave 1 and there was wave 2. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna separate these villains onto their respective waves and look at them individually first, because right now, as you can see, it's a bit crowded and all the villains can't fit all together to get a proper, all in all, proper shot of themselves. But yeah, so let me just go sort that out. Alright, so here are all the creatures, or all the monsters from wave 1 of Brain Attack. There's 4 of them, and the first thing I gotta say is I think they are all the same height, about the same height. I think Ogrim is slightly taller, but the majority of these are all the same height. They all came in medium-sized bags, so they were all the normal size sets, except for Scarox. Scarox was a smaller bag. He was a smaller set. But Scarox is equally as tall as them, so kind of awkward to me. Anyways, let's start off with the left side, which is Scarox, as I just talked about him. The spider humanoid. Kinda didn't like this one, if you were asking me. Like, he was great, but his play feature was kind of weird. Wasn't really a big fan of it, but I think for a humanoid spider, it's what you should expect, but I think that's could use some improvements. Then we have Pyrox. See, Pyrox was one of the sets I already got long time ago, so this guy is old. He's been with me for a long time. And yes, I did lose his special armor, his armor piece on his right knee was supposed to be a special printed armor piece, and I've unfortunately lost it back when I was young. So right now I have a substitute for that. And but apart from that, Pyrox is, I don't know, for a Minotaur, Lava Minotaur, he turned out pretty well. Though I did feel like it was a bit incomplete from the back. I would like to see a little more coverage, but that was Pyrox. And I think the lava creature need to have some fire, right? Because we have Furno as a fire hero, so makes sense. Alright, Ogrim. I remember what I said. I initially had second thoughts about this guy. I said he didn't look that great from first glance, but now that I actually see him without a screen but with the naked eye, I think he looks great. And I think he is actually from the 4 of these, from the 4 wave 1 figures, Ogrim is my favorite. He went from being my least favorite to my most favorite. So Ogrim did a very good job. I was really satisfied with the build and his overall design and everything. Although I would like to see some improvement on him, but it worked well. And then we have Bruiser, the tough stone dude. Now, he didn't really quite make sense to me because he was you can see the exposed Technic lift arm, and that was not good at all. But his play feature was simple and it was effective, but I didn't like how there's one arm, all stony, all bulky, and smashy. But then his other arm is just all skinny with a dagger. Not that great. Not that the balance that was made on this guy was not well done. So, not my favorite at all. But from the wave 1, just wave 1 alone, Ogrim's my favorite. Pyrox is my second. Then Scarox, then Bruiser, then Scarox. So Ogrim, Pyrox, Bruiser, Scarox. Because Bruiser still had some redeeming factors. So that's my Wave 1 thoughts. Now, let's move on to Wave 2, which came out in the summer of 2013. Okay, so now we have Wave 2 of Brain Attack. So these are the creatures that came out in the summer, the second wave, and there are only 3. So Wave 1, we had 4 creatures, and then Wave 2, we have 3, with one of them being one of them being a big set, a big boy. So let's start off with the right. We have what is the smallest Brain Attack creature from all of them. This is the smallest guy, Aquagon. So he is a underwater marine fish-like creature, and I liked him when he's small, but for a small guy, he sure packed quite a lot of stuff, including the blades, and then his shoulder design that was nice with the coral reefs, and he looks very proper, you know. But then again, I would like to see some change on him, you know, with the face. I said in the review video, if you take off the brain bug, then he will look complete garbage. So you need the brain bug to maintain a good look on this guy. But I think for a small guy, LEGO did a very good job making something like this, a really well done figure. But that does not compete with my most favorite figure of all time, Frost Beast. Well, not my favorite figure in all of Hero Factory, but my favorite Brain Attack villain. This guy turned out very well. I was really excited to get this guy, and I was really excited putting him together, and I'm still excited about having him. And he's just an awesome villain, and he is very hulky. His build style differs from the others by a lot. So I think for a chilly, icy creature, he worked out perfectly. And yeah, what can I say? I was very happy with this guy. Definitely my favorite. Then finally, we have the big guy, the big Dragon Bolt. Now, I first said Dragon Bolt was a bit small, you know, for him being a dragon. I was kind of expecting him to be bigger, but I think for a size-wise, he turned out fine. He could be bigger, but he has a reasonable size just because, you know, the bigger things are, the more pieces they're required to make the thing bigger, and then more pieces equals more money, so the price will definitely increase on the set. And like, not everyone has a lot of money, right? So LEGO needs to make sure they don't hit the greedy spot and have a low balance, like a right balance in terms of value, and keep it like that. So Dragon Bolt, despite his small size, turned out fine. I was particularly happy with how he turned out, but still, for a dragon, I kind of wanted to see more. But from the three creatures of Wave 2, I didn't see any bad ones. All 3 of them turned out very well, and none of them were bad at all. Wave 1, like I said, had Scarox and Bruiser, which are not the best, but this one, I think, no flaws. Don't see any bad figures. But if I have to rank my favorite to my least favorite for this wave, well, there's only 3 of them, so I'm gonna go Frost Beast, Aquagon, Dragon Bolt. There you go. Not saying Dragon Bolt's terrible, but if I have to rank my favorites, then it has to go to Frost Beast, and then Aquagon's next, and then Dragon Bolt. So that's Wave 2. All in all, these Brain Attack creatures were very well planned and well designed. In total, I think LEGO did a fantastically good job making these creatures. There were some that fell, some were definitely really cool, and yeah, so I think the whole concept was a little bit weird, with evil brain parasites, you know, taking hold of creatures' heads and then turning them into monsters. That was a little bit weird at first, but I think we got used to it, and I think it was definitely something out of the ordinary that worked kind of well in the end. And I think it was perfect. It was fine. And right now, with all the villains put together, I'm going to rank my favorites from both waves. So all together, all the brain attack creatures. So number one definitely has to be Frost Beast, as I said earlier, because just Frost Beast is a purely amazing creature. The way he was built, design, everything, done. That's Frost Beast. Number one. Number two, Aquagon. Simple, small, but a very, very cool figure that was quite different from the others. So that's number two. And then we have Ogrim as number three, because like I said earlier, my first glances at Ogrim, I doubted that character, I doubted the set, but once I held it in my actual hands physically, then my whole perspective on that figure changed, and I was like, okay, maybe he's not that bad. So he is now my third favorite. And then number four, the all-important Dragon Bolt, you know, being the biggest bad guy, the big terrifying electric dragon. He's great. Love the glow-in-the-dark brain. I just saw a little bit of flaws in him, especially with size. I was kind of expecting a little more in terms of size for being a really big dragon. So that's my fourth. And then next on my fifth, it's Pyrox. He is great. I like him all in all. I only see one problem with him, is just a little bit too simple for my liking, especially the back. It's very bare. I feel like Pyrox is a little bit incomplete, but then again, I think he's a Minotaur, and Minotaurs are awesome. So that's that. And then we are now left with two more. So next will be Bruiser. Honestly, Bruiser was meh. He was okay. He definitely had a lot of mistakes, like he had one super rocky, bulky arm, perfect for smashing, and the other just this completely skinny arm with one hand with a small dagger. I feel like that's not good at all. It just feels like Lego didn't just put enough effort to finish designing that creature totally. And then finally, last on the list is Scarox, and I'm not saying Bruiser and Scarox are the worst. They are still pretty cool. They're not terrible, but they're just my least favorite. There was definitely some cooler. So Scarox is last in the list, and he's a cool spider humanoid, but his play feature was rather weird, like out of the ordinary. So yeah, so here's my order: Frost Beast, Aquagon, Ogrim, Dragon Bolt, Pyrox, Bruiser, Scarox. So that's mine all in all. So those are my thoughts, and those are my favorites. You can totally disagree with me, because everyone has their own preference. Which one is your favorite? Which one do you like? Make sure to like or dislike, and subscribe to the channel for more. And that's it for now. And in the meantime, I'm still working on the heroes. Heroes have not been completed yet, so I'm missing Evo and Breeze, and then after I'll do a recap video for the heroes. So there's that, and we'll talk to you again in the next one. Peace out.